it out. And why do I say 5 years? Because once you zero it out for 5 years, it ain't ever coming back. It's gone, it's done. Then you zero out the most immoral tax there's ever been, the death tax. You zero out the death tax, which, by the way, is zero this year, but under Barack Obama, next year at $1 million threshold, a dime after that is taxed at 55%. So we zero it out. Then we have zero alternative minimum tax. We repeal that because the alternative minimum tax, quite frankly, has become crack cocaine in revenue to the United States Congress. So you zero out that revenue from alternative minimum tax, and then we change the tax code so that no individual in the United States pays more than 20% marginal tax rate. That's the highest tax anyone pays, and I think that's too high. I think that's too high. Then America's corporate tax rate is about the highest in the world. Well, get this. If you want investment in the United States, why not take that 34% tax rate, cut it down to 9%, which would be about the lowest in the world. So take it from 34% down to 9%. That's cutting the business tax rate. Then what we need to do is repeal Sarbanes-Oxley. That goes... The reason for that is because Sarbanes-Oxley has caused capital to flee New York for London and other parts, and so we repeal that. Next, we have 100% expensing in the year of purchase of any product for your business in that year. Then we have 100% repeal of Obamacare. 100%. And I want you to know, I am the first member of Congress. Obamacare passed at midnight on Sunday, March 21st. At midnight, I called my staff and I said, we may have lost the battle, but we're not losing the war. And so we're going to write a bill right now to repeal Obamacare because we can't let the American people think that we've given up. And so the next morning, I was the first member of Congress, slapped my bill down on the desk, gave a speech, and this is the guts of my bill, 41 words long. It basically says this: repeal that sucker. And we're going to. Don't think we won't either. We're going to. In fact, here's what I think we need to do. When Democrats take over and take power, first thing they do, they pass omnibus spending bills. Omnibus means big fat. So they pass these big, fat spending bills. They're huge wish lists. Well, this is what we're going to do if this transfer happens. This is what we're going to propose. This is what we're going to do. We are going to pass the mother of all repeal bills, and we are going to repeal basically everything that Nancy Pelosi put into place from 2007 forward in one bill. Done. Over. Done. Done. Just like that. Done. Aren't solutions fun? They are so much fun. Instead, what we're going to do is pass free market health care. I've got one on my website. You don't need no stinking 2,400-page bill. 32 pages long, pretty simple. Free market health care, where you can buy any health insurance policy you want anywhere in the country, no minimums. You let people buy it with tax-free money and with health savings accounts, whatever. Buy it with tax-free money, deduct the rest on your income tax return, have full tort reform where you have lawsuit abuse reform. That's 32 pages. You bring the cost down, you're done. That's it. Now, some people disagree with that, have different solutions. Foster has a solution, listen to his. But hey, let's have ideas. Let's put them on the table, and that's one free market solution that I'm excited about. Then, no more bailouts, no more bailouts, no more bailouts, no more bailouts. We have this thing called bankruptcy court. It's worked pretty well in the United States. We're going to go back to that. Then we're going to put these now government-owned businesses up for public auction. And there's no minimum bid. No minimum bid for them. So you can go out and bid on GM if you want it, if you want Chrysler, if you want to buy Fannie, if you want to buy Freddie, you want to buy AIG. I'm serious. You think I'm joking? I am absolutely 100% serious. We're pushing them off the Fed's balance sheet. They're done. They're off the balance sheet. I'm absolutely serious. Then we're going to tell these geniuses over at the UN that the United States has to get its financial house in order, and so it's going to be a while before they get any more money from us. Woo! Yeah. Then, it's hard to believe we even have to say this, but no censorship of radio, TV, or the internet. And I'll tell you, if there's something that I believe in, it's this. You know, besides the essence of God, country, marriage, family, it's this. America must stand with her best friend in the world, Israel. We stand with Israel. This is serious. That's serious. That's very serious. Then how about we recognize that our United States military is not a social experiment? I think they've forgotten the definition. The purpose is to fight, win wars, and protect the American people. Just like the purpose of NASA has something to do with space, it is not a self-esteem course for Muslims. And like our heroes have done since the beginning of the Revolutionary War, George Washington, in his farewell address, he pled with his contemporaries, but also with us, with his posterity, to unify in the spirit of 1776. Read his farewell address. That's what he's telling America. Unify around that spirit, as every generation of God-fearing, freedom-loving Americans have done. And I want to tell you just a brief story that my friend Foster Fries told me some time ago, and it touched me so deeply in my soul. I introduced a resolution about it in the United States Congress, and I've been telling this story across America because it embodies everything that you are about here this weekend. And we celebrated the 67th anniversary on February 3rd of this year of one of the most heroic acts of valor and courage by our great United States military. It was 1943. No one knew what was going to happen with the outcome of World War II. Just like the Revolutionary War, World War II was not a certainty. There was a madman, as you know, from Germany named Adolf Hitler. And because of that, the United States sent a convoy of 3 ships, the middle one being a ship named the Dorchester. It held 902 very young, very green GIs, eager to set off to serve their nation and fight for our freedom and defeat this very evil foe in Europe. And the Dorchester was a